students, and welcome to class. We're going to be watching this tutorial, turning my boyfriend into a soft girl. Yep. Oh, and a makeup tutorial to go with it. Great.
Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow. Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher, she will show you how.
Now, the only problem with this video presentation is that they forgot to talk about the animals. Oopsie! They left out any kind of talk about them. They just had some song playing while they put makeup on this guy. So, unfortunately, Isla Fonwell, this isn't going to go too well because you were supposed to be talking about the animals. Now, even if you're showing a makeup tutorial, hopefully you're going to be talking about the makeup that's vegan. But even that, unfortunately, it isn't. And the clothing that you put on your boyfriend, you went out and bought some stuff. It doesn't say anywhere that this is secondhand clothing. I don't see it on the screen. It doesn't say that it's been recycled or reused. Looks like it's all kind of, says here, new clothes. So hopefully you're going to be putting on some vegan messages on here that says, I am vegan because I care, or I'm vegan because I don't want to be an asshole, or I'm vegan because the animals are suffering, or you're going to be painting on something on there that says, for example, let's end the animal holocaust, because the animal holocaust never ended. But as for now, we don't see that, and we see all kinds of different clothes. And here you could have one that says, vegan because I give a shit, painted on there. And what else could you have here? Oh, and here's all the makeup. Now, unfortunately, when we look at this, we see that the makeup doesn't say that anything is vegan. So anytime that you post something about makeup, you have to make sure that you say that the product is vegan, that it should be vegan. Like, for example, at the bottom here, L'Oreal, I know that's not vegan. Most of these companies test on animals, so they shove the products into the eyes of innocent rabbits, and they make them suffer so much they can't see. They often die from being exposed to these chemicals, and they test them to make sure that humans won't die. Well, unfortunately for us, people still buy these products. So in the future, when you're doing this presentation, I want you to make sure that you write that these are vegan products, make sure that they are not tested on animals, and that they don't contain any animal products. Okay? All right, let's continue watching here now. Here, for example, we have this stuff, this sort of gunk being applied. Now, while you're applying this makeup, my suggestion to you is that you talk about the animals. For example, you can say, if you become vegan, once you become vegan, you're going to redo this tutorial, and you're going to, while you put all this stuff on, as a background, you can say, I'm vegan because I don't want to be a selfish asshole. Another thing you could say is, I'm vegan because even though I may accidentally hurt animals throughout my life, I don't ever want to do it deliberately when I have the choice not to. Okay, that's another thing that you could say. And while this stuff is going on the nose and the cheeks, for example, you could say, I'm vegan because I'm sorry I used to eat animals in the past. And since apologizing involves not just words, but actual changes in behavior, I owe it to the animals to try to save as many of their family members as I can. Yeah, that's what you could say. And another thing you could say is, I'm vegan because, well, frankly, it makes me sick to my stomach to know that I paid the egg industry to grind up innocent little yellow baby male chicks at 1 day old, just so I could eat their sisters' stolen eggs later on, after they lived a life of hell on factory farms. So that's another thing you could say. Okay, while you're putting this crap on the lips, and this looks like some sort of mud poison on there, like, where does this go in the end? Do you end up swallowing this? It gets absorbed by your skin or what? And instead of putting fake eyelashes, make sure, by the way, that you let us know if they're made out of mink. Mink are tiny little animals who are bred in cages who go insane from the entrapment of a lifetime of torture just so they can end up on your eyes. How about instead you just be your normal self? You know, why do you want to change who you are like this? What's the point in all of this makeup? And I'm not saying this just because he's a boy. I'm saying this for everyone. What is the point when there are so many animals suffering? Right now, you could do this presentation if you really feel like it's your passion to show us how you put this stuff on your face and transform yourself into a completely 100% fake person with every inch of your face not the way it used to be. You could at least say, I'm vegan because I don't want any animals to feel betrayed by me. Because that's what we do. We betray the animals. You could also say, I'm vegan because if I was in the animals' place, I would want someone to work hard to save me from suffering. Right? If you were in the animals' place, you would say, hey, yo, wake up! Wake the fuck up and save the animals. They're dying right now. Are there any animals in your body right now? Dead ones? Are there any animals in your fridge right now? Dead ones? Are you planning to eat dead animals later on? Are you planning to pay somebody to kill them for you? Because right now there's animals alive. They're alive on factory farms, and if you don't eat them, then they will not be killed in the future because it's supply and demand. Also, when it comes to fish, you could say, I'm vegan because I know that fish feel pain and that to take them out of the water to die a slow, terrifying death is no different than somebody forcing me underwater to die a slow, terrifying death. That's something you could say while you're doing this tutorial. Don't just do these kind of tutorials with just some random music in the background. Instead, give a vegan message out to the world. Do some good for the world. And what's with the wig? I mean, I can understand if you're in the theater and you're going to be doing a play, let's say, about animal rights or the environment or any kind of minority group, and you need to be able to apply some makeup to be in the theater or something. But for regular people, everyday people, I encourage you to think twice and to participate in society rather than remaining childlike for your entire lives and thinking only about you, you, you. You are not the center of the universe. You don't need to waste time doing this. You are needed in society to help. There are victims all over who need your energy, your brain, your heart, your spirit, your time. You could also say, I'm vegan because if I eat bacon, sausage, or ham, I pay people in the pork industry to cut the tails, the testicles, and the teeth off baby boy pigs and kill them at just 6 months old. I just don't want anyone to do that to them for me. That's another thing you could say. Okay? Okay. So next presentation is La Fanuel. I want your words to be helping to make this world a better place. Be the change you want to see in this world. Don't put something fake on when we have real problems to deal with. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing to this channel and making this world a better place by doing so, showing that you care beyond yourselves. Coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Click on them. Be curious and subscribe to this channel and help me get the animals out of hell by pressing the notification bell. See you in the next video. Bye for now.
Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's